Now to conclude this part on mixins, let's answer one important question. Is the data here, this object, the fruit mixin, is this object actually shared between the components which added or not? Because right now, of course, we share the methods and so on, but if we change the data, something we don't do right now, we only have the computed property, we don't change the original data. If we change this, is this reflected in all components, or is a new instance of this object created for each component where we pass this mixin? Now let's find out. By adding something in our app.view file, let's simply add a new button here above our list where I say add new item. Now all I want to do here is on click is I want to access my fruits. Not with this though. I know I can do that because I get it added with the mixin, this array here. Fruits, and I want to push a new item on it, and the new item simply is berries. Now if I save this, let's see if both lists get adjusted or only the first one. You see, berries are only added to the first list. So this object, this fruit mixin, is not shared. It's not the same place in memory, which we then use as a mixin in separate components. Instead, it is really replicated. So each component which gets this as a mixin gets a fresh copy of this object, and we're not sharing one. This means it's safe for you to access the data and manipulate it without affecting other places in your application. If you want to affect other places in your application, consider simply using something like the event bus I showed you earlier in the last module about components, where you would use a view instance, which you then basically can access throughout your application to call methods there or also change the data stored there. This would be an option. Or you could of course also use a normal JavaScript object which you just import, not add as a mixin, but just use in your code like this, fruit mixin, and then access the fields there. This is how you can use the same component, the same object. If you use the mixins array, Vue.js will create a copy for you so that you can safely edit it and don't influence other components.